It's week 2 of the 2031 season. And coming up next, it's the Jets, reigning league MVP. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Jets and the Bengals.
So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their QB, now in his 8th season in the NFL.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
He throws a bullet deep to the... That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And in, touchdown, New York. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
The Jets and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Chased out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 29. Flushed down out to his left. He's running with it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He's on the move. Has it down close. Touchdown, New York. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
The Jets ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Finds him on the crossing route. Again, he's got room. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Jets take a 13-point lead. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
The Jets are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone, but through 3 possessions, so they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Throwing from the gun. Wilson's got it. And he'll get it up to the 44. And he's up across 200 yards now in this opening half. That's beyond simply a good start for him. This is the type of game where he's been taking the lead on carrying his offense forward however he can. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets looking for a bigger lead before the break. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
From the 47, forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down. He's got it inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets grow their lead just before halftime. As he naps another touchdown, Brock, I gotta ask you, the former QB, is this the point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have 1 touchdown today are coming over you and saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kate. Like, really? I mean, can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got
the home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Airing it out to start this drive. And that's a New York touchdown! So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Pass play on 1st and 10. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. To throw here on first down. Throwing deep down the left. He's got it deep downfield. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets push their lead further to start the half. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And the type of game that he has been putting together, wow, we're going to see some of these highlights now, Brock, and I expect a lot of times over the next week, too. He has thrown this offense to the end zone time and again. What a showing. This is one of the elite games that we have seen from him. First and 10, looking to throw. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Ball at the 33 for first down. They'll try and throw it here. Escapes out to the left. Catch is made in close. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Oh, nearly got to the end zone there. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets have likely locked up the win right there. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
To throw it on first down. Buys time, rolling right. Down the run right, throwing deep down the side.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down.
Now, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets moments away from a 2-0 start. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied, knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's 2nd down. Wow, they're gonna pass it here. Getting out to his left. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
The win goes to the Jets. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0.